It's Rob on the road, discovering the stories that capture the unique spirit of Northern California. Here's KVIE's Rob Stewart.
Northern California is rich with cultural diversity and talent, and one of this area's brightest gems is hard at work behind me right now. Jian Wang, contemporary artist. Good to see you.
Good to see you, Rob.
Thank you for having us at your Carmichael home here. You're painting these beautiful oak trees here.
It's my pleasure.
It's amazing to see how quickly you work. I'm in awe of how fast this is.
I consider myself like a 100-meter dancer rather than the marathon runner. But after the initial painting cover up the canvas, I would very carefully to fix up all the details.
Touch-ups.
The touch-ups.
Yes.
Which the viewer may not see the correction that I had made so that it would have harmony to the whole canvases.
Where do you find your inspiration? Today you're painting these trees, but you also love the American River.
Absolutely, that I think I painted the American River no less than hundreds of times.
It's just beautiful, and your skies are so pretty.
This from the American River sky. I carried on all the different paintings, even though this is San Diego.
Do you prefer painting nature?
For me, I think any visual elements that is interesting to me. The nature, if you consider the setup of still life, and or the wonder of a human face, and to me all very inspirational.
Now, you came to the States in 1986 from China. Describe the type of painting that you do. It is contemporary, but how would you describe it to someone?
I think a more expressionistic way of handling the painting surface, so, which means that you are not to mimic the nature, but to express in your own individual way of what nature in your artistic sense rather than a pictorial sense. Most artists that working are pre-mixed color on palettes, but what I did for my painting is most of the color were mixed right on the canvas while I was working on the canvas, so which has the advantage of each color, each brush strokes that carried really multiple colors.
So I see that your paint is very thick. How long does it take for these to dry?
It takes about a half a year to completely dry.
A half a year?
Right, but the surface right in a couple of weeks,
okay.
And there's no air coming into it because the back of the canvas is sealed, and so the paint actually is not dried, it just set.
You must go through so much paint.
Absolutely, and I use up maybe 600 tubes, 200 cc a year. When they deliver it, and they come with a lifter and with palette.
A palette?
Absolutely. Maybe a palette paint and 2 palette canvases. That each brushstroke is alive. And when people once said like Jian's painting is never complete, it's always give you a sense of liveliness, and it's like he's still working on it.
Do you ever get sad to see your paintings go?
Not quite, because I'm an artist that I have to live on, and secondly, that I always fantasize that the unfinished painting or the next painting will be a better one. Northern California have such a rich season changing that visually it stimulates artists to make great paintings. And that, for my opinion, explained why Northern California have very distinguished paintings. And even though I bring my painting to New York, to Memphis or Atlanta, that I still believe the quality in Northern California is superb.
How does your art inspire you?
Actually, it was very much later on when the painting is completed and I able to enjoy them. But while I was working on a painting, very rarely that I have satisfaction of it.
Really?
Because I always frustrated with the better mind than what it showed on the canvas, what I did. And so very often that when I was looking back at the painting a few days later, I said, wow, it was not that bad. Why I was so upset with myself while I was working on it.
Well, whatever you're doing right, and we certainly do enjoy your paintings, and we love watching you at work, so I'd love to watch you do some more painting.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Yes.
Jian Wang, here at your Carmichael home and studio. We'll see you next time on Rob on the Road. Let's paint.
Thank you so much.
To explore other places with Rob, log on to kvie.org/RobOnTheRoad.